Heading north. All right, we're en route this morning. Left early. It's cold out. Heading north. Sun's out though, and it's gonna warm up. Be a nice day, it looks like. So we've got a busy couple days scheduled. We're gonna start out this morning at a hog finishing site. We're gonna separate about 5,000 gallons of manure. This farmer wants to use it as starter fertilizer on his planter, be able to wide drop with it, side dress with it. So we're gonna set up there the first thing, then we'll go farther north up around Sioux County, Iowa, do a beef finishing barn and another hog barn. Gonna make some more starter fertilizer there. And from there, we'll jump over to Mitchell, South Dakota, and gonna make some starter fertilizer out of a hog finishing barn in South Dakota, and then we'll make our way to dairy in Minnesota. So that's our trip. Got to drop off a bear skin at a taxidermist on the way home, and we're gonna drop our trailer off at one of our electrical contracting partners we work with. He's gonna work on some automation for us, get our trailer automated so it can run by itself this summer when we're hooked up to some irrigation systems and not have to be babysit. Got a lot going on. We'll see how the day goes. Got Tyler riding shotgun this morning. Ty, how much sleep did you get last night?
2 hours, I think.
Where were you at?
I was Peterson Farm Brothers wrapping up our tape install there. I met with a little bit of fortunateness. Broke a shank off on the plow and hit a couple rocks, so that kind of slowed us down a little bit. And we ran out of tape, so. But yeah, we got her done and got her unhooked and got home. So.
Excited to be messing with manure today?
Oh yeah, as always.
We'll be a little smelly by the end of the day, but should be a good one. Three-phase motors, pretty easy to swap the direction just by switching two wires. These are VFDs, variable frequency drives, so this allows us to speed the motors up and down and run them at the perfect speed. Food waste digestate might smell worse than hog manure.
My interest is what you're doing with the separator. I was talking
Right.
to Nathan back in December about this.
Okay.
With the separation.
Yeah.
And I'd love to visit more with that. What happens to that liquid? What can we do with that liquid after we
Right.
get separated?
Okay.
That's my interest there.
Beginning gallons on the flow meter, 750,158. Got our 480 volts, 61 hertz. Flattened out here. We can grab our samples here, send to the lab. Got 5 different bottles we're going to fill up. Got the solids, the sludge, clean, the source, and then we'll grab one after the screw press. Let's go grab our source first. And grab this off of the overflow. Comes off of our pump. Try to get a homogeneous sample here that's more relative of actual pumping conditions. This is just an overflow return line, extra pumping, excess pumping that we're doing right now. That's our source material. Sure we got those lids on good and tight. Now we'll go grab a clean sample. We can get one right off this filter here. Alright, there's our sand manure. And our solids. Now this is a little unique in the solids we're getting here. It's a little runnier than normal, but I'm going to go ahead and test it. I'm going to test this runnier material just because I'm used to seeing the drier stuff. This is, like I said, wetter than normal. So I'm curious to see how much more phosphorus we have in a sample like this than what we normally would see. So it's a little different, but I'm gonna go ahead and, I've got dry and wet material. I'm gonna go for the wet stuff to see what it looks like in a nutrient analysis. This would tell us the breakdown of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, copper, micronutrients, percent solids. You can give us our percent solids as well. Typically we see most of the nitrogen and potassium stay in the liquid, as well as the micros. The phosphorus typically comes out in the sludge. About 30 to 50% of it comes out in the sludge. So let's go grab a sludge sample next. These are sludge coming off the top of the microfilter. Grab one more after the screw press. I really want to test this right here. You can go open up that valve, put it off the bottom of that. I think that's what I'll do in this case. And right there is the flow we're wanting to sample. Pretty good look inside of our vertical screw press there, what's going on. Five samples. Send them to the lab and we'll get a pretty good idea what our separation equipment is doing for us. Yeah, I was hungry. You didn't buy me anything good to eat. Anything healthy, huh? Yeah. Buy me anything healthy.
What'd you do? Drink one of my own?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay.
You're
Go on,
supposed to be.
buy me more.
I didn't even get on my coffee this morning. All right, Matt said he was good with 3,000 gallons, so we're gonna go ahead and shut things down here. Tear the equipment down, pack up, and go to the next one. All right, finally pulling out a first stop. On to the next one here. Ty, what did we learn?
Progressive cavity pump wasn't working all that well. But I figured out that if we run it at 45 hertz, it primes a lot better. Also learned that sucking from different levels in the pit gives us a different consistency in the dry product coming off of the stir press.
Rolling into Sioux County, Iowa here. Next site, another hog finishing barn. Gonna get some more starter fertilizer made.
This is a choice, you know, you have to do this.
That's my wife wonders why I do, I think.
We have 2-inch lines that run from here all the way. And my dad-in-law, when he put those in, Dad here, it's like, well, I don't know, you want to pump shit through it. This is like 15 years ago.
Yeah?
I'm like, you're full of shit.
Ahead of
Why
his
would you
time.
want to pump shit through a 2-inch PVC line?
Right.
Here we are.
What do you think?
So, what kind of moisture content are you hoping to get it down to?
We usually say 60 to 70% moisture, so similar to corn silage. So just get it to the point where if you squeeze it, you just barely make a little juice come out of it. But if you put it in a pile, it hopefully won't ooze. It'll compost. It's got enough moisture in it to compost good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is way finer. I get extruded solids for my compost.
From dairy or
Yeah.
from dairy solids, yeah.
Oh, that works. I love it. I'm anxious to see how this works.
This machine here is the one that takes out the really fine solids, and most of your phosphorus removal happens in here. There won't be much nutrients in that over there. Usually what we do is we take 5 samples, we'll test the stream coming in, and then after that machine, and then after this machine, and so you can like see like where the nutrient removal happens at. Yeah, we usually do. Thanks.
Thank you.
Keep us posted. What you learn. Go on to the next one. Yeah, dude, 8,000 gallons in Mitchell, South Dakota in the morning. Then over to Minnesota.
Fun stuff.
Good to see you. Next up, beef confinement barn. All right, back on the road again. Headed down the road to Orange City, Iowa. Gonna separate some manure from a confinement cattle feeding barn. This last test here worked really well. Separated about 2,000 gallons. We were probably running for just over an hour. How to get that done. Be excited to see what kind of results we can get. And more lab analysis back. See what kind of phos removal, and we're gonna look at some additional parameters on this last test. Some sodium, chloride, and bicarbonate levels in the manure. See what it's doing, good, bad, and otherwise in the soil. Lots to learn. There's where we're gonna suck out of. We've got some corn in there. Cows. Solids in there.
have the hog manure screens in still. We got a different set for beefs or dairy, so we'll kind of see where yours fits the best.
Yeah, I saw your tweet today. You removed the pea and this much out of the hog and this much out of the dairy, but I didn't see anything about beef.
Well, I only have one set of samples, and it was like 90% phos removal on it. It's the highest I've ever seen. We'll see where this is at. This machine here, that's got a 25 micron screen on it.
Okay.
This is what we call the thickened sludge coming out the top, and then this is the clean product coming out here that we're pushing through the filter.
So everything that goes down through here is eventually...
Yep. This is here just kind of as an insurance to make sure that everything got cleaned out. So this is a 120 micron screen, which would be what we would have like in a drip system, for example.
Okay.
So that's kind of why we use that size. Here's the pantyhose test. Well, that's basically nothing there. Now we'll catch this here. That's what that machine there is removing. It's that fine sludge. That's where the phosphorus is in.
Okay.
This is where your phosphorus is. So one of the long-term things that we're trying to figure out is how do we catch this stream and just like concentrate that sludge? Like, can we take that and make a really concentrated phosphorus pellet or something? That's one of our ideas. Instead of circulating it back in.
It's amazing, the chunks.
I mean, that's basically what ends up in the bucket, right? So that just kind of shows you what the different pieces do. A good visual. It's not quite as dry as dairy bedding. They use a horizontal press, which makes it drier.
Looks like it'd be nice bedding though.
Yeah, oh yeah, they would. Yep. Pretty simple machine. It's just like a big rotary with paddles, and it's cone shaped, inverted. And so it feeds it in through the bottom, and the thing just throwing the liquid through that 25 micron screen. And what you see on the outside is the clean stuff. I don't know that putting the dairy screens in, we'd get more flow and we'd get less solids.
Dairy screen, that's the machine you change?
Yeah, we switched that one, yeah.
So then you get more solids out of here?
Yes. Here's what that screen looks like. So there's two, it's a twin screw inside there. So the screen that's in there now is half that big of opening. This is a 0.4, what's in there now is a 0.2 millimeter. So when it's higher solids content, like dairy, where they're scraping and a lot more fiber. All right, hitting the road. It's been a long day. It's not over. Gotta go wash the trailer out yet tonight. Just finished our final test pump here at the beef barn. Test went pretty decent. Been a long day. Putting in the final touches here, giving her a good washing down.
block truck wash.
You need a good bath. Just like I do. Looking much better. Ready for a new day tomorrow.